Visualize a moment where you accomplish something unassisted, whether that's meticulously sorting white and colored clothing, doing laundry, riding your bike, fresh off training wheels, taking control of your own transportation, or cracking an egg into a sizzling pan, watching the once translucent egg solidify, cooking your first meal. These moments, driven by independence, build confidence, social skills, and important habits. Hi, I'm Valentina Madrazo, and today I'm going to be talking about the importance of encouraging independence within children. I was inspired to discuss this talk after discovering the impact that independence had on my ability to adapt well to my surroundings and problem solve. I remember the exact moment that I had come to this realization. 10-year-old me riding the tram to my new German school, packed entirely with every exit completely blocked. As my stop came up, the man blocking my exit was on an important business call and had completely ignored me. As the tram passed my stop, I was mortified. I had never ventured past my school yet, and I couldn't speak German. The next stop ended up being 10 minutes away. 10 minutes of contemplating my entire existence. I wound up learning how to read the map of my tram station, and by the end of the entire experience, I knew the entire system in and out. Despite my vulnerability, these are the moments that invigorated my ability to think critically and overcome challenges. Independence stimulates confidence and future social skills. Parents must integrate autonomy into their youth to enhance future generations. By forcing children to be in charge of their own responsibilities and endeavors, children retain experience rather than monotonously following instruction. This can be as simple as allowing your child to pack their own lunch, be financially responsible of the money that they earn, or even managing their own schedules. By doing this, not only are you setting up your child for success by stimulating important character qualities, but you're minimizing the creation of dependency, mental health issues, and a potential cognitive decline. Now, why am I so qualified to speak on this topic? Throughout my life, I've moved a total of 4 times, constantly being exposed to different cultures and social norms. Now, the specific place that I want to speak on that I moved to is Germany. Immediately upon moving to Germany, I noticed the level of independence that German children possessed. Starting from 6 years old, I saw kids taking public transportation, hanging out with friends completely unsupervised, and even being in charge with grocery shopping. I noticed an immediate correlation between the level of independence and ability to handle responsibility within my peers. Curious, I decided to research differences between independence levels in the US and Germany. Here's what I found. 70% of German children ages 10 through 12 take public transportation in urban areas independently, compared to 20 to 30% in the US. Additionally, 40% of German children spend their independent time outdoors, compared to 15 to 20% in the US. I realized that the reason that I had taken initiative to step outside of my comfort zone, make new friends, and even adapt well to my surroundings all had to do with my increase in independent activities. That newfound confidence within myself and my abilities, that came from independence. Correlational studies reveal that children with more time for independent activity score higher on tests of executive functioning, emotional control, social ability, and self-regulation. These all contribute to psychological well-being. Independence is beneficial in emotional, social, and psychological ways. Now, why is this relevant? Quite literally, every well-paying job requires sophisticated social skills and emotional maturity. Independence is a desirable quality for every possible candidate. So what does a lack of independence lead to? Dependency. I remember being 10 years old and going to summer camp and seeing how some of my cabin mates were completely disorientated after their parents left. Now, I'm not talking about being homesick. My cabin mates didn't know how to make their own clothes, fold their own beds, or even socialize. I felt a great empathy for them, for they were the ones that struggled the most fitting into the military lifestyle that this camp provided. But more importantly, I remember feeling a rush of gratitude for all the times my mother insisted that I had to clean my room or left me to fend for myself during social settings. We must raise children to be independent so that potential problems such as financial irresponsibility and inability to socialize and a low self-esteem can be avoided. Independence gives future generations the tools to empower the use of knowledge and confidence to step outside of their comfort zones and problem solve. Children must view complications as obstacles to face rather than depending on their parents to solve them. As you imagine the future of this planet and life with all of its uncertainties, is the comfort of dependency worth the inability to navigate challenges? Independence alongside interdependence strengthens mutual support and collaboration within communities to create a greater sense of common purpose. We must make it a priority to allow children to make mistakes and practice independence so that future generations are filled with individuals who are confident and prepared to face potential setbacks. Give them the freedom to explore new experiences that will shape their worldview. Give them the freedom to learn right from wrong and differentiate good from bad. Give them the freedom to evaluate new friendships, paths, and passions, and give them the freedom to learn what the weight of responsibility is and what it takes to be a great leader. Remember, it is not what you do for your children, but what you have taught them to do for themselves that will make them successful human beings. Thank you.